She said she wanna me with the uniform on. She grabbed me by the bat. Now I'm gone. I never finished cause I'm so juiced out. But she 3 times and we bashing about. I reside in Black Hawk in a big fucking house. My community's gated cause I never strike out. You know I'm not a burger, but they call me Big Mac. Got the 1-ton Jimmy in the itty bitty sack. Shrinky dinky cause the roid's so strong, but it makes the aforementioned Jimmy Jam look long. What?
Well, I thought there was nothing worse than your singing, but apparently rapping is worse. And welcome back to another episode of Crypts and Corks. I'm your host DJ, and I eat my meals with 2 knives, because forks are for cowards, along with my co-host,
Paul, the 6th Mambo nobody asked for, as usual.
I know that's right.
Yeah, and don't worry.
Especially after that rap.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. I will be paying reparations by donating to 3 charities that focus on women after doing that rap live on the internet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it did take a long time to get that rap down, though, and I still missed a line. And don't fact check me down below, because I know I missed that one line, and that's okay.
What inspired that?
It's a TikTok sound, and it goes, the main TikTok sound...
Please don't do it again. I just understand.
No, that was good. I'm a good rapper. I'm like Eminem. But, like, if Eminem was, like, gayer, and... Yeah, I'm like a gay Eminem.
Well, anyways, we're so glad that you came back to join us. I really hope, after Paul's foray into the rap world, that you're still with us, because Paul assures me that this week's episode is going to be crazy. But before we get into that, Paul, tell me a bit about your week. What are your blessings and your curses?
So my blessing this week is I got to try the Big Arch. It was pretty good. It was fun. It was cool. It was kind of what you would expect from McDonald's. It was fine. But my curse is I did try the Big Arch and everyone looks hot on Instagram. And I'm realizing that I am going to have to start working out again and get hot for the summertime. And yeah, just ruining my self-image via the internet as usual. Yes. I'm going to have to start going back to Death Comes Lifting, get up in the personal training, get up in the yoga, and just get fit again. Because, yikes, there's a lot of hot people out there, and a lot of people have abs. And it's, it's not great out here. So, yeah, my curse is self-image from the internet.
Yeah, but do you know what I find?
What?
There are 2 types of people in this world. People who have abs and people who have a personality.
Yeah, and luckily I'm going to have both. You're welcome.
My blessing and my curse. My blessing is that it is the 3rd, 4th week of Lent, and I am still keeping up with my no fast food.
How many weeks is that?
You asked me this before. I don't know. It's 40 days, excluding Sundays. Don't ask me.
Girl, I don't fucking know.
So, I don't know. It goes until Easter. So, however more weeks till Easter.
Oh, that's a long time, I think.
My curse is the Sheetz car wash sucks. I had to get gas, and they were like, do you want to get a car wash? And I was like, you know what? I really need it, because after all the snow we've had in Pittsburgh, and the rain, and then it warms up and the pollen comes out, my car was a mess. Like, I couldn't see out of any window except for my windshield.
After the car wash?
No, like before. Like, it was just like so dirty, like it was blurry.
So then why does the car wash suck again?
So I pay for this car wash. I paid for the most expensive one because I was like, I'm not going to get another car wash till it's like summer, so I might as well pay for the good one. It took so fucking long. I sat there for like 20 minutes. It's an automatic car wash, and I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes. And it's like, drying your car now. And then it's like, please exit the car wash. And my car was still fucking soaking wet.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I know there was probably a long-ass line, too, because one thing about the car wash is the first warm day on a weekend, line out the parking lot.
The line wasn't too bad because I paid for it at the pump. And then I went around and there were just like 2 cars ahead of me and I was like, this is fine. But it was like so slow. I'm like sitting there like, oh my God.
So the 20-minute car wash was your curse.
Yes.
Well, that's...
But my car is clean now.
Yeah. Well, if that was the worst thing that happened to you this week, sounds like you had a pretty good week.
Yeah. Much better than yours.
Yeah. We've been spiraling and having dreams about people who I never even officially dated for some God knows why reason. My mind is playing games, but as you could tell from the rap, I'm winning. Slowly but surely, I'm winning the games inside. Speaking of games...
He's fucking Paul Miltenberger.
Exactly. I'm Paul. Like, what more could you ask for? I'm the gay Eminem.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm the pretty with the fatty, 30-inch weave with the long eyelashes. Come on, Megan Thee Stallion.
Do you want to pour me a glass of wine?
Yes.
So if you're gonna keep rapping, I'm gonna need fortification.
Yes. Let's get into today's wine. So this is the Pessimist Red Blend. There's not much in the back. It just says Red Blend, 2023 Paso Robles. A pessimist is never disappointed. So I guess we have to come into this wine with low expectations. Kind of like going on a date with you. Just go in with like low expectations. That way you can't be disappointed.
Or anytime I see your face.
Exactly. Low expectations. Or me shirtless or pants. Well, really, anything. Any
One thing about Paul.
Skin.
One thing about Paul is, if he has to take his pants off for whatever reason, he's shouting at the top of his lungs, "Please, nobody look! I'm a grower, not a shower."
That's okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna out myself on the internet like that. But yes, just know yes. Okay, let's get into ASMR pour. Not ASMR, opening. We gotta open it before we can get into the ASMR pour.
Yes.
I haven't done this 123 times.
No. Everyone's favorite toy.
Period. Okay, now we can get into ASMR pour number 1. Now, I know you like to do your little messages to the audience.
I do.
So, go ahead.
The bonus ASMR pour. You're safe. Everything is fine. Feel the stress flow out of you like wine poured out of the bottle. And all of your stress has been poured out.
All right.
Cheers. That's a red blend.
It's really strong for a red blend. Like dry, I think. That after like burn, it's very potent, if you will.
I'm not gonna lie, I did a spritz of my purse Listerine right before I came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's affecting with how I'm tasting the wine.
That makes
Because
sense,
to me, it tastes very mild, but it could be all the alcohol and the Listerine sprayed straight onto my tongue is just fried temporarily my taste buds.
That makes sense, because it's a pretty strong wine. No, she's pretty strong. Let me turn her around so you can see this pretty picture. I'm going to give this wine 2.5 grapes. It's another middle of the road wine. I got a more expensive bottle thinking that it was going to be a home run, but unfortunately this one was not the home run I was expecting.
I am going to give it a 3.
Why?
Just because I don't think it's that dry. I also don't. I mean, there's a little bit of flavor, but I mean, I don't know if it's the Listerine. I don't know if it's the wine. So I'm just going to give it a 3. Like,
understandable, yeah. Very middle of the road wine. Give her a try if you want. If not, you're not missing out.
Yeah. But before you begin,
Okay.
I have something I want to say.
Okay. Do I?
Thank you.
What? Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. I just wanted to take a really long, awkward pause because I know you hate it.
Oh my god. That does make editing. It makes my life so hard.
I know, and because this isn't my episode, I don't get to throw in all those pauses that you just hate so much.
I would prefer you don't do that ever again.
And since you made me sit through that rap twice, it definitely felt like twice.
I only did that once. That was
It
one
felt
take,
like,
y'all.
It felt like twice.
Don't let him lie to you. That was
felt like twice. I don't doubt it was once, but it felt like twice. I was like, I need to do something for myself.
Well, now you have it.
Yeah.
But are you ready to have this story?
No.
Oh, damn. Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Oh, no. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the woods in an Alaskan wilderness, and I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful forest, says a hunter to his son. And yes, but what a shame there is a monster. I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of Portlock, Alaska? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of the ghost town of Portlock? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a poise and rationality. Well, in fact, I'll look at it this way. Technically, everyone is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the salmon, pour the salmon. I chimed in with, haven't you people ever heard of the Portlock monster? Yep, that's right. Today, we are discussing the ghost town of Portlock, Alaska, that no one has ever heard of, that was abandoned under mysterious circumstances. Portlock, Alaska. We're doing Portlock if you haven't caught on.
That was twice. I called it. Psychically, I'm a little bit psychic, and I could tell something was going to come up. I could feel it in my waters.
Do you know what song that was?
Yes. It was Panic at the Disco. I can't think of the name right now. It took, at first I was like, is this the song from Frozen 2? And then I was like, is he making this tune up? And then I was like, is this Lady Gaga? It wasn't until you got to the chorus I went, oh no, it's Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, the first part, it was kind of hard to make like the first words work with Portlock, so I really did my best on this one, y'all. But that one was for all my early 2000s punk emo kids. And now we're in the late 20s and... 2020s, I guess, and now we're all just still punk emo kids
We
together.
are experiencing the 25th anniversary of 2001, and it's just all coming back to us. Britney's in jail, Shia LaBeouf's in jail, we're at war in the Middle East.
Exactly. It's
A
like
Republican administration is slowly ruining the country, walking back the rights of ordinary citizens, taking us back to the 1950s and wrecking our economy.
Okay.
I really feel like I'm 5 years old again. Except now I have to pay taxes and work.
Yes, it's
In
very
2001, I just played with teddy bears.
Yeah. But fortunately for us, this is a fun podcast. So let's get into today's story. Well, actually,
It's also a horror podcast, which all that was.
paranormal comedy. You're welcome. And that name of that song was I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. The sources I used for this beautiful topic I have for you guys for today, I used onlyinyourstate.com, allthat'sinteresting.com, and the Whispering Woods podcast.
Don't believe him when he says his sources. He only does it to make me look bad.
What do you mean?
Because I always forget to cite my sources.
That's not my fault. If we get sued, that's on you. I cite my sources. I'm covered. I'm just trying not to get sued. Don't worry, I'll attend your trial. It'd be a shame
Tell me about Lockport, Alaska.
It'd be a shame if you went to jail and I had to take over the podcast. That would be really unfortunate, wouldn't it, guys?
Are you going to tell me about Portland, Alaska or not?
Not Portland, Portlock, but sure.
Thank you.
So Portlock, Alaska is an abandoned ghost town on the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska. Portlock may be abandoned now, but it was inhabited by natives for thousands of years, and then was inhabited by settlers, colonizers, in the 1780s and was then inhabited until the 1950s.
See, you say that like you don't agree with it. But you two are a colonizer. You out here planting your flag in every in the tri-state area, claiming it as your own, going, I claim this.
Yes.
I claim this in the name of God and Rush.
Yeah, mainly Rush, though. I do love Troye Sivan. Something to give each other? No Skip album, but yes, I am a whore. You're welcome.
And by flag, I mean...
Thank you for clearing that up. I was confused for a minute.
You look confused. It's that lazy eye. It starts wandering. And I can't tell if you're confused or if it's just gone on walkabout.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay, you got me there, bitch. Okay. So with it being inhabited this long, what made people leave, you might be asking yourself? Well, before we get into that, I have some more quick history about Portlock for all you fucking nerds out there. So like I said, Native people always inhabited this land, and it was Nathaniel Portlock of the Royal British Navy who explored and colonized the untamed land in 1787. And obviously the town was named after him. The village arose and grew from there. There was plenty of wildlife, and they established a maritime economy. For all you illiterate fucks out there, that means of the sea, the fish. See, there were a lot of salmon and shit in there, and that was going to be their main economy, fishing.
Can I be insufferable for a moment?
Yeah.
It's not the Royal British Navy, it's Britain's Royal Navy.
Oh.
The exact name is Royal Navy.
Girl, no one gives a fuck.
I know, I just wanted to be insufferable and correct you. You sang at me badly twice.
Okay, my parody was beautiful, and my rap was beautiful. Again, gay Eminem.
Was it ingenious in writing? Yes.
Thank you.
Was it well executed? I think Jurassic Park was better, and Jurassic Park involved people getting killed by dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, I never saw that movie, so what I haven't seen can't hurt me. Kind of like Mitch McConnell. Now, the cannery in Portlock is what really put it on the map. Before this, it was just a small village in the middle of nowhere. The girls were just surviving, not thriving, and they were canning salmon. Like I said before, salmon was like the main thing they were getting out of the bay, the Portlock Bay, if you will.
I like salmon, both the color and the food.
I do like salmon also. It's one of the better fish. I agree. No, I agree.
No, would you wear salmon? The color?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And how do you like your salmon prepared?
I don't fucking know. I guess, like, baked? Braised? I don't fucking know.
Braised. That's a big word for you.
Fuck you, bitch. Now, that's a very brief overview. But until then, nothing was really interesting happening, you know? Unless we want to talk about the mistreatment of the native peoples, but that's far too big of a topic for us to get into in just one podcast episode, and we do hold space, and the native peoples are in our thoughts. So, the spooky stuff really started in 1905, when all the Native American workers left town because they were afraid of something in the woods. Now, I will note they did return the next year, but it scared them enough to miss out on wages, which, you know, like, to leave your job and miss out on wages and, like...
And they're working paycheck to paycheck.
Most likely, yes, because we know how the overlords tend to mistreat immigrants or people they deem less than. So, yeah, missing out on the rest of the year's wages probably did take a toll on their family. So they weren't leaving just for no reason, is my point there. But also, it must not have scared them enough if they returned the next year.
Could it have just been the winter? Because I, too, wish to flee to warmer climates every time winter comes. I just don't have the economic means nor the inclination to move to Florida. South Carolina, maybe.
Is South Carolina like poor Florida?
No. It's like affluent Florida.
If you don't have the means to move to Florida, how would you have the means to move to South Carolina then?
If I don't have the means to move to Florida, which is poor South Carolina, how do I have the means to move to South Carolina then?
You don't.
Exactly.
Was that what you were trying to say?
No, I was also implying that I have no inclination to move to Florida because I think that's the danger zone. I think we should quarantine the state, except for Disney World. I would live at Disney World, but mostly because of the Mickey waffles. Have you ever had a Mickey waffle?
No, I don't give a fuck about waffles.
No, it's they put something in it. It's I don't know what it is, like
It's probably
vanilla
just
crack. I don't know, but it's good. I wouldn't put it past Walt Disney to put crack in their waffles.
yeah, it's probably just like extra lard or some shit. It's
You
like-
know a lot about extra lard.
Disney said these fat fucks are gonna love this.
And so, and you know, he was right. If you've ever seen Paul in anything backless, you would know he's right. Paul walks, the house shakes a little bit, his thunder thighs clap. Is that Thor, God of Thunder? Nope, it's Paul's thighs.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna remember this. Okay. I'm gonna remember this. I'd have a comeback, but my brain is too wrapped up in Alaska right now to stoop to your level on this episode.
Have you ever thought of all the times that I do lame jokes on you throughout the week? It's just to lull you into a false sense of security for recording.
You know what? Now that you say that, I wouldn't be surprised because you do hit me with some pretty bad ones throughout the week, and they are like child's play insults. So like now that you're coming with these insults, I'm like, damn, okay, maybe he does have it in him.
You're playing checkers and I'm over here playing 4D chess.
Jesus Christ. Let me get back to the fucking story. But this wasn't the first account of natives fleeing Portlock. There is a tale of a native tribe who used to camp near the Portlock Bay. The tribe got driven out of the area by cannibal giants who raided their camp in the night. It probably sounded a bit like, fee, fi, fo, fum, I can taste your taint on my tongue.
Oh.
Something along those lines, I imagine.
So this was not the Jolly Green Giant.
No, these were cannibal giants.
So you know my cousin, right? You can bleep her name out.
Are you gonna call her a giant?
I do. So she is the youngest of the grandkids. But she is the tallest.
That's true, she is real tall.
By a good 2 inches. And so whenever I want to get under her skin, I call her the Jolly Green Giant, and I say, "Can you go ho ho ho," like the commercial?
She kind of does have a green tint to her skin.
So for a long time, in my phone, she was listed as Jolly Green Giant, and her contact picture was the Green Giant.
Well, if
picture.
you're watching Homegirl, that was
She
all
doesn't
DJ.
watch this.
That was all DJ, and we're cool. And I would never insult you the way he just did. Now, then moving forward into the 1910s and 20s, reports started to surface of a creature spotted by a nearby mine, and people would come across huge trees ripped out of the ground. Then, it was in 1931 that we really get down to business, when a logger named Andrew Kumlack, Andrew Kamlack was murdered. He was struck over the head with a huge piece of logging equipment, something that was too heavy for a person to lift. It was a gruesome scene with Kumlack's blood on a lot of the surrounding equipment.
Yeah, because I imagine if he got struck by something that no human could lift by themselves, his head just explode like a watermelon hitting the pavement.
Exactly. So, yep, that's the main
He's just a body with like
just a
skin
body.
flaps for a neck
And
no head.
It probably very much did look like that, yes.
So, fun fact, apparently, so when we think of like bones and like the skull, we think of it as being like white. Apparently, it's flesh colored until it's cleaned.
Huh. Well, the more you know, kids.
So could you just, and the brain is pink. So could you imagine like this array of just the crimson blood, the pink brain matter, and the flesh covered skull bits all over the place? It would look like fruit salad.
Well, I can't see half half those colors, so doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, it's always crazy that you're red-green colorblind, but you say your favorite color is red, and that's a color you can't see.
Yeah, life's ironic, isn't it? Life's beautiful.
It's a little bit ironic. Like rain on your wedding day. Like a free ride when you're already late.
Theater degree. Remember, I have an excuse. He doesn't.
How do you know I wasn't mimicking you?
I doubt that. I'm impossible to mimic because I'm too original. You're welcome. So, also during this period, there were hunters tracking a moose and following the moose tracks only to find where they ended. A place that showed signs of a fight in matted down grass. Then they spotted 18-inch footprints walking away from the area, as if something large had killed the moose and carried it away. Now, I just want to put it into perspective. A moose can be anywhere from 5 to 6.5 feet tall and weigh 800 to 1,300 pounds. So killing a moose would be no easy feat.
And they are aggressive.
They are aggressive, yes. So if something truly did kill that moose, and then if there were no like drag marks or anything, just the footprints after.
They would have had to lift it up.
Exactly. Like, I wouldn't want to meet that creature. That creature, insane. And it's also lifting huge farm equipment and bashing people's head in. Crazy stuff.
Okay, wait. To go back to the head thing. Alternative theory. This creature swung it, and the head just ripped off the neck because, like, all you got connected there is, like, the esophagus and the spine, which, like, if you hit it hard enough, that's just gonna rip. And the head didn't explode. It flew like a softball.
And then hit, like, one of the surrounding farm equipments and just exploded. Kind of like a meatball.
Yes.
Yeah. I should get spaghetti.
See, Paul never played t-ball as a child. To get him interested, his mother had to put meatballs on the tee to get him interested. And then he couldn't hit them, he just ate them.
It was actually Little Debbie cakes. I love a zebra cake. Y'all need to get into a zebra cake.
And that's why Paul's nickname is Big Deborah. Not Little Debbie, Big Deborah.
Exactly. Then in the 1940s, disappearances continued. Local hunters would go missing, one of which was found mutilated and dismembered in a local lagoon. It was said his body was mutilated so badly that no one believed a bear or natural cause would have been able to do this. It had to have been a much larger, much stronger creature. Also at the time, fishermen would report human limbs washing up on shore.
Interesting.
I know, it's crazy. Now, the townspeople, afraid, left the town until only the post office was left. And that too eventually would close down, marking the end of Portlock.
And you know that post office just stayed open, not to deliver mail, but to process mail for somewhere else.
Yeah, well, if people are living there, they gotta get mail somehow.
I thought everyone else left.
They did.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like...
The
postal service is just like, sorry, we know something weird's coming on. You can't leave because you need to process the mail for the next town up the road.
Exactly. They had to stay until there was a small enough population that they could dip out of there. And, like, people didn't need their mail. Well, I guess people do need their mail, but that's neither here nor there. The point is the post office closed.
But it's fine because Amazon Prime still found a way to deliver.
Maybe it would have kept the town going. But nope. But what was this creature and what caused so much fear?
Paul.
Well,
that's my theory.
Well, you stupid bitch. The locals named the creature Nantinaq. And I pronounced that horribly wrong and I do apologize. And I looked up how to say it and it is escaping me now and I do apologize. It might be Nantinaq. Either way, it translates to those who steal people. The townspeople described it as a half-man, half-beast creature, very much resembling Bigfoot or Lindsay Lohan. One local who used to live there named Ash was told about the creature by their parents growing up. They told them it was a person who used to live with people but didn't want to anymore. So he went into the forest, grew hair, and got all of Bigfoot's attributes. Their parents told them that they would know if it was near because you could smell him, because he had that good stank.
Mm.
That bop, if you will.
That's how I know you're coming too.
Yeah, I do have a particular odor about me. It's kind of like... Imagine
Body, it's BO mixed with cheap cologne, mixed with McDonald's grease, mixed with something left in your refrigerator that's gone bad, mixed with just a hint of vodka with wine as a mixer.
Have you ever mixed vodka with wine?
No.
I'm gonna have to give that a try sometime. That sounds crazy.
That's why I said it. That's why I said it.
Okay, it's probably gonna be awful. We would have to use a white wine, but we're definitely gonna try.
Why? Why would you have to use a white wine?
Because vodka and red wine sounds awful.
Okay.
White wine would probably be a lot better because it's more fruity. Now, they would also warn Ash not to go out on foggy days because that's when the creature was out the most, lurking in the fog. Actually, there are reports of the creature breaking into the cannery and stealing things on foggy nights. One of these incidents even ended with the cannery catching fire. Ooh, exactly.
So what I'm hearing is this is Bigfoot. If the Bigfoot was Fae.
I don't think it's Fae. I think it's Bigfoot for sure. It's like...
But, like, it's also, like, if you fuck with it, it's, like, bringing karma down on your ass.
No, I feel like it's more animalistic than the Fae are. I feel like it's definitely more Bigfoot-like in that sense, where it's killing for food and, like, just following its natural animalistic instincts, and it's not
setting
really...
the cannery on fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really doing things for revenge. It's doing things for food and just because.
See, I can almost sympathize with it because I'm very food motivated. Not as motivated as Paul is, but very food motivated. But the only thing that I'm more motivated by is revenge.
Ooh. We do like revenge here at Crypts and Corks. And we're coming for you, 2 girls, 1 ghost. One day!
Well, Paul
One day.
I like you. I
want
to
be
be
friends.
friends.
You will know the vengeance of the cork.
I really want to be friends. Please, let's be friends.
After you get the vengeance of the cork!
I'm going to send them another email and say, like, can we be friends?
And if you reply to this email this time, or even comment on this, then you don't have to suffer the revenge of the cork.
Paul's having, crazy Uncle Paul, having his pirate flashbacks.
My pirate flash? You know, I wasn't asked pirate for a long time. It was a good, not too good of a living, but it was a fun time.
It wasn't too good of a living at all because you really couldn't score that booty.
That was a good one. I appreciated that one. That was good.
You're welcome.
Now, all this sounds pretty wild and fantastical, so we have to give an alternative reason as to why people may have left Portlock besides this terrifying creature. Alaska Route 1, which was a major highway built to connect cities, decided not to build through or even close to Portlock, but instead decided to go through the other side of the peninsula. This led to economic hardships, and the local cannery that was keeping the small village alive was failing due to this as well, because they couldn't get the exports out. It was very expensive. Like, this highway most likely was what ultimately did mark the end of Portlock, Alaska.
Not the Nantinaq?
It was probably the Nantinaq too. Now, I did see some sources that reports of the Nantinaq did not come out until after Portlock was abandoned. Whether that's true or not, maybe. Who knows? But again, here at Crypts and Corks Pod, we do like to believe in the fantastical, and if, like, maybe there was creatures there, because even before this place was settled, it was a native land, right? And the natives would always report that this was a spooky place. Now, maybe the part of the spook, too, was that it was so remote and so separated from the rest of the world. But also, isn't that where most of the spooky things happen and most cryptids live? Now, all that does sound convincing about the highway or whatever, but hunters who enter the area to this day still report strange smells and even being stalked by something in the woods. There was actually one story of this hunter who reached Portlock, and he got stranded there overnight, and he reported that overnight he heard something circling the cabin. Well, not cabin, it was probably like a house because it was an actual village. He got stranded in the house overnight, and he reported something circling the house all night. He reported it sounding like it was walking on 2 feet. So there are reports to this day by hunters still stating that the creature is there. Now,
What's scarier? A non-human walking on 2 feet or a human walking on 4?
that's a good question. Probably a human on 4.
Right,
'Cause
that's
that
what
would
I
be
was thinking
creepy. Like, it's just like coming at you like a dog. And I've seen that before.
Or even like if it's like sort of crouched legs and it's like,
I hate that. Yeah, that is gross. That's a gross picture. That's a gross picture in our head. Now, let's talk a little bit about what we think it might be, theories and whatnot. That's the story of Portlock and the Beast and everything. My theory
is this the end of the episode?
yes,
Oh,
she's a short one.
shit, that's short. What is
It's
it, 15 minutes?
No, we're at 40 minutes.
God, that felt like 15.
You're welcome.
Thank God I was pulling my stunt shows and shenanigans.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I think that it's probably Bigfoot, like an ancestor of Bigfoot. I will note that the magical quality, well, I guess it's not even magical. It just likes being hidden in the fog. So I guess that's not really magic. It's just like what the girls are doing sometimes.
It just knows it's ugly and doesn't want to scare people. Something that Paul could learn about.
Bitch. Oh, yeah, it could be aliens too. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some mystic alien creature out there because, as we know, Alaska, there's a lot of UFO activity in Alaska, and there's a lot of alien activity in general in Alaska. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it was some different breed of alien, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I think it actually exists? I'm on the fence on this one because there are like contradicting reports and everything. And there's really only one person talking about this who would give their name Ash that I could find. It's giving a little more folklore, folktale, like something you tell the kids so they don't go wandering off in the woods. But it's still like an interesting story in my opinion though, like this ghost town that the people had to flee because of this mysterious creature terrorizing and all the hunters going missing and killing all these people. What do you think?
Okay, I have 2 theories. Firstly, that it's a guardian.
A guardian, okay.
Yes, that it's sort of like a guardian creature.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was taking the hunters and killing them and sort of terrorizing the town because it was trying to protect that land. And that's its role, is it's a guardian of the land.
Do you think it could be like a Native American spirit guardian?
It could be.
I like
or
that
it could
idea.
be have you ever seen the movie Mighty Joe Young? It was a Disney movie from like the 90s.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it was one of my favorites as a kid. But in that, there's this giant gorilla that's like he's called the Guardian of the Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And his role is like protecting the creatures of the mountain. And so it could be that. My other one comes from another movie that I watched last night. Because this is Alaska, and do you know what they have in Alaska? Orcas.
Oh, yeah.
And orcas are super protective and super intelligent. Somebody killed the orca's mate, and the orca's been terrorizing the village. And it got so vengeful, It grew legs and came onto the land.
Girl, that's dumb as shit.
I know. The second one is not a real theory at all. I just watched that movie last night. The first theory, though...
What movie?
Orca the Killer Whale. It's a knockoff of Jaws.
Okay.
I'll talk about it more on Twinks and Drinks.
Or you don't have to.
No, I want to talk about it because it was a very interesting movie, actually. But no, The Guardian... I'm going to go with the Guardian theory. Like, I think it goes back to... Even if it is folklore, it could go back millennia with the Native American stories where there is this creature that protects the land. And maybe it's not so current or contemporary, but it could have basis in fact a millennia ago or centuries ago that there was a creature that did protect the land. Or it could be a spirit. Or it could be a family of creatures that's their role.
A family of creatures. Mm-hmm. I think I'm landing on that theory too, that it's a Native American spirit there to protect the land, and it saw that the cannery was industrializing the area, mm-hmm. and it was getting too built up for its liking, and it had to drive the people out.
Mm-hmm. Because it sounds, I mean, you talked about the natives, they would stay there for so long, and then they would have to leave because of things. Mm-hmm. And so maybe you can get so big, and then
it didn't like the villages getting too big.
Exactly, because the larger the village is, the more space it takes up, the more resources it takes up, the more animals it kills.
Yeah, it was taking all its salmon.
Mm-hmm. All the salmon, I mean deer, meese.
Exactly. And then it would kill people and throw their limbs in the water for the fishermen to find, kind of like a warning, if you will.
Well, I think, my theory is it really enjoyed eating the torso because there's a lot of fat and muscle on the torso, but the arms tended to be a little bony, so he just threw them in the river, lake, whatever, because they're fairly bony.
Yeah, we are. We have a lot of bones. I think 306 to be exact.
We're very bony, unless, like, you're really fat, you don't have a lot of... Even then, even if you're, like, very fat, like... And when I say that, I don't mean, like, fat in the mean way. I just mean when you have a large concentration of fat, a creature wouldn't want to eat the fat. It would want the muscle. And we don't have a lot of muscle as compared to other animals.
That's true. That's very true. Interesting. So I guess we're settling on the Native American spirit theory on
the
this
Guardian.
one. But with most things we cover, the world will never know, most likely, what actually went down in Portlock, Alaska. But let us know what you guys think down below. Comment, do you think it's a Native American spirit? Do you think it's an orca like DJ? Let us know down below, how pretty do you think I look in this episode? How ugly do you think DJ looks this episode? Let us know down below. Rate us 5 stars. Give it a like. Give it a share. Give it a comment. Why not? Or you could, like, pirate it and, like, upload it to, like, Pornhub or, like, XTube or something just for fun. Why not? You know, the more viewers, the better. And if you want to follow us, you can follow us on all of our social medias at, well, that's my social media. You can follow us on the Facebook. You can follow us on TikTok. You can follow us on YouTube. It's all Crypts and Corks. We have an old Twitter/X you can follow. There's nothing on there. Also, I'm not sure if I said Instagram yet, but be sure to follow us on Instagram. Paul, where can they find you when you're not at home? Well, Paul, they can find me at my personal Instagram and TikTok at Paulember, Paulember. And as usual, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Now, DJ, where can they find you? Well, you can find me at my personal Instagram and TikTok at TheRealDeejPowers. I don't know how to spell that, so we're going to move on from there. All right.
Okay. I will say this comes out right before... Yes, it comes out right before...
whatever next weekend is. If next weekend
is
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's? Yes, this comes out right before St. Patrick's Day. So all of you who celebrate Sláinte, to your health. And until next time, keep your crypts tight.
And your corks loose.
Bye. That's right, keep your mouth shut. I don't want to hear any more singing out of that mouth.
My name is Mark. No, it's not Mork. And yeah, I like pork because it's good on my fork.